there, sweet friends, and welcome to Stellar J Studios. I am Gina, and I am thrilled that you are here with me today. So I am going to show you what I did in my Good Junk Mail journal for May's Good Junk Mail. So for this month's theme, it was paper doll dresses. So I sent an outline of a paper doll dress, and in the letter said, you know, decorate it however you want. So, are you ready? Here's mine. So yes, that is fabric, and the texture, and yeah, I ran it through my sewing machine. I just put fabric down with some glue, and then I ran it through my sewing machine just to kind of tack it down, and I used red thread, and you can see my messy stitching. And then I left it on the card. I didn't cut it out. So this is my spread, and I got a little pocket tucked in right here. And then I've got my letter. So this is the letter, but I folded it so that the, and I'm looking at the screen here because I'm looking at my letter, but I folded it so that the poem was showing, because to me the poem was such an amazing, like it was just an amazing story. So my Raviola Wilds was a self-taught seamstress. She made beautiful gowns and lost her sight through overworking, but then became a poet, and her husband helped her publish one book I know of. I believe there are 2 books that she published. I felt like the poem was such a beautiful part that I wanted to showcase it. So I stuck it in this little pocket. There's my sticker. There's all my little dresses. The dresses came from, hold on. Oh, there we go. It was a handmade stamp, hand carved. So I just carved it out of an eraser. So yeah. Doesn't it look like Annie? I feel like if I colored it red, it would be a little Orphan Annie dress. This is what I came up with, and I'll show you real quick the process that I did in order to get it to look like this.
I thought I'd start by reading the letter. This was one of my favorite letters to write. Dear friend, happy May. I hope this letter finds you healthy and happy. A while back, I found a box of paper dolls at a dingy thrift store. It was seriously dingy. I was very scared while I was in there that something was going to bite me. Inside the precious box, I was surprised to see not only the doll, but loads of random paper dolls and their colorful outfits. So it had the original doll, but then all kinds of other paper dolls. This became the inspiration for this month's letter. As a kid in the 80s and 70s, I had my fair share of dolls, which I loved, but my real muse were the clothes which they wore. Oh, how I wish I still had the clothes my mom's Barbies had. She had the most exquisite Barbie clothes. Like you could tell they were sewn with love. I think some of them my grandma even made. And they were real fabrics, not plastics and polyesters. It was like real wool coats, real cotton. Man, I wish I had those. They were my favorites, the swishy skirts and the delicate trims. I dreamed that they were my size. Throw in some saddle Oxfords, which, oh my gosh, I was obsessed with saddle Oxfords. And I was set. When I discovered paper dolls and fashion plates, my imagination ran wild, and I began to create my own fashion line with crayons and paper. I've coveted my collection of paper outfits for a while now, and the time has come to share with friends. I'm sending you a few pieces from my collection along with a dress template for you to design your own. All I ask is that you surrender yourself to the little girl within and have a magical time playing dressmaker. And so I used fabrics And I used some paper also, but you could use whatever you wanted when you're creating your dress. And it would be so amazing if you would share that with me. Maybe message me in Etsy or on Instagram, or he even here on YouTube. You could even send me an email, because I would love to see what you came up with. There's no right or wrong dresses. There's no right or wrong designs on this. So speaking of dressmaker, this poem by Myra Viola Wilds is such a delight. See, she was a magnificent dressmaker in the early 1900s, but lost her eyesight from overwork. To feed her creativity while blind, she began writing poems and eventually published them. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. What an inspiring story. And sometimes in this heavy world, I need a little nudge to remind me of the beauty around. Until next time, hugs and kisses, Gina. Dewdrops, Myra Viola Wilds. Watch the dewdrops in the morning shake their little diamond heads, sparkling, flashing, ever moving from their silent little beds. See the grass, each blade is brightened, roots are strengthened by their stay. Like the dewdrops, let us scatter gems of love along the way. When I read this the first time, I just kept thinking of the words sparkling and flashing, and it made me think of sequins that she would maybe put on her gowns. And then the way she talked about them scattering and moving, it just made me think of the flowing of the gowns, the skirts. And I don't know, I just thought it was just a magical poem that fit perfectly into this theme. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. You can see that I used quite a bit of different techniques on this spread. I pulled out my paints, and I used some matte medium to put down those little tissue paper dresses. And I love how the tissue paper kind of like melted into the paper. I always love to do that with tissue paper, and then the image that I stamped really showed up. Overall, I had an amazing time doing this because it was just so fun to play around with those papers. And then when I sewed the dress, that was like the best part.
I want to share with you a couple of things that I have going on in the shop that I am super, super, super excited about. And when I make stuff, it consumes all of my time and energy. And so I don't do a lot of videos because I'm in the creating mode. And that's like my favorite mode, is when I'm creating. Next week, I'm going to drop a video. And the video is going to be about all the things I've been creating, and I'm going to have in my Etsy shop. Here's a sneak peek. So this is a little stationery portfolio. I'm going to have like 4 of these that I've created with some upcycled and handmade original stationery. So it's like a little kit with cards and envelopes and letter paper, and yeah, okay. And there will be stickers. Matching stickers, one of a kind, handmade matching stickers that will go in those. I have a huge sticker launch. So some of the stickers will be original re-releases of stickers that I did a while ago. And then some of the stickers are absolutely 100% one of a kind. No one will ever have them except you, and I didn't make any copies, so it's like little pieces of artwork. Like I'm so excited. So next week I will be launching those, and I will have a video showcasing all of that. Good junk mail for June is still available, and I'm thinking bird watching, but there are still a few of those available. And I've already been thinking about July, but I'm not ready to announce the theme yet because I'm still thinking about it. All right, my friends, thanks for hanging out with me today. Please leave me a comment and let me know how you are doing, what you are working on. If you haven't received your good junk mail for May, be sure to drop me a message in Etsy, or you can email me, Gina Johnson at stellarjstudios.com. And I hope you're healthy. I hope you're happy. I hope you do something creative today. And until next time, bye-bye.